The Creature, an in-depth analysis of the narcissist's inner voice and fuel by HG Tudor. A psychological examination of the driving force behind narcissistic behavior. In HG Tudor's harrowing book Fuel, the concept of the creature stands out as a profound metaphorical representation of the internal struggle that drives a narcissist's relentless quest for validation and power. The creature is not merely an abstract idea. It is the dark, insidious voice that lurks in the shadows of the narcissist's psyche, perpetually demanding fuel to satiate its insatiable hunger. This essay delves into the multifaceted nature of the creature, exploring its origins, its influence on the narcissist's behavior, and the devastating consequences it has on both the narcissist and their victims. The origins of the creature. The origins of the creature can be traced back to the formative years of the narcissist's life. According to Tudor, narcissists often emerge from environments characterized by extreme emotional neglect, abuse, or excessive pampering. These early experiences create a profound sense of inadequacy and vulnerability within the individual. The creature is born from this emotional void, emerging as a defense mechanism to shield the narcissist from the painful reality of their own perceived worthlessness. The creature's primary function is to protect the narcissist's fragile ego. It achieves this by perpetually demanding external validation and admiration, the fuel that sustains the narcissist's sense of self-worth. Without a steady supply of this fuel, the creature begins to taunt and torment the narcissist, threatening to expose their deepest insecurities and fears. This creates a vicious cycle in which the narcissist is driven to manipulate and control others to obtain the fuel they so desperately need. The influence of the creature on narcissistic behavior. The creature's influence on the narcissist's behavior is profound and all-encompassing. It acts as an internal puppeteer, dictating the narcissist's actions and reactions in their interactions with others. The creature's demands are insatiable, and the narcissist is compelled to engage in a range of manipulative tactics to secure the validation they require. The web of deceit. One of the primary tools in the narcissist's arsenal is deception. The creature drives the narcissist to weave a web of deceit, carefully crafting a false persona that is designed to elicit admiration and adulation from others. This facade is meticulously maintained, allowing the narcissist to draw in their victims with an irresistible charm and charisma. The creature revels in this deception, as it provides a steady stream of fuel that temporarily quells its demands. However, the facade is not sustainable, and cracks inevitably begin to appear. When the narcissist's true nature is exposed, the creature becomes agitated and starts to torment the narcissist with feelings of inadequacy and shame. To silence the creature, the narcissist may escalate their manipulative behaviors, resorting to gaslighting, triangulation, and other forms of emotional abuse to regain control and secure their supply of fuel. The orchestrated chaos. The creature also drives the narcissist to create chaos and confusion in the lives of their victims. This orchestrated chaos serves multiple purposes. It isolates the victim from their support networks, erodes their sense of reality, and reinforces the narcissist's dominance and control. The creature thrives on the emotional turmoil of the victims, as their reactions provide a rich source of fuel. The narcissist's ability to switch seamlessly between affection and cruelty is another manifestation of the creature's influence. This unpredictability keeps the victims in a constant state of anxiety and self-doubt, making it difficult for them to break free from the narcissist's grip. The creature's demands are relentless, and the narcissist is driven to maintain this cycle of manipulation and abuse to avoid the torment of their own inner voice. The psychological toll on the narcissist. While the creature's demands drive the narcissist to inflict considerable harm on others, it is important to recognize the psychological toll it takes on the narcissist themselves. The constant need for validation leaves the narcissist in a perpetual state of insecurity and fear. They are never truly at peace, as the creature's demands are never fully satisfied. The perpetual state of anxiety. The narcissist's need for fuel creates a perpetual state of anxiety and hypervigilance. They are constantly on the lookout for potential sources of validation, and any perceived threat to their supply of fuel is met with intense fear and paranoia. The creature's voice is a constant presence, reminding the narcissist of their own inadequacies and driving them to seek out new victims to satisfy its demands. This state of constant anxiety can lead to a range of psychological issues for the narcissist, including depression, substance abuse, and other forms of self-destructive behavior. The very defense mechanism that was created to protect the narcissist's ego ultimately becomes a source of profound psychological distress. The hollow victories. Even when the narcissist succeeds in securing fuel, the victories are ultimately hollow. The validation they receive is fleeting, and the creature's demands soon return with renewed intensity. The narcissist is left in a perpetual cycle of seeking validation, never truly able to find the lasting sense of self-worth they so desperately crave. This hollow existence is the ultimate tragedy of the narcissist's life. Despite their best efforts to silence the creature, they are never able to fully escape its grasp. The very tactics they use to protect themselves from their inner demons ultimately reinforce their sense of inadequacy and isolation. The devastating consequences for victims. While the creature's influence on the narcissist is profound, the consequences for their victims are equally devastating. The narcissist's manipulative behaviors leave their victims emotionally scarred, often carrying deep psychological wounds long after the relationship has ended. The isolation and dehumanization. One of the most harrowing aspects of the narcissistic relationship is the systematic isolation and dehumanization of the victims. The narcissist, driven by the creature's demands, cuts their victims off from their support networks and erodes their sense of self-worth. This isolation ensures that the victims have no one to turn to for validation or reality checks, leaving them vulnerable to the narcissist's manipulation. The victims are left in a state of profound confusion and self-doubt, struggling to piece together the fragments of their shattered lives. The psychological toll of this isolation is immense, often leading to long-term issues such as depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder. The long-term damage. The long-term damage inflicted by the narcissist's manipulation is a stark reminder of the destructive power of the creature. The victims are left to navigate a labyrinth of emotional scars, often requiring years of therapy and self-reflection to heal. The awareness and understanding provided by books like Fuel are crucial in helping victims recognize and break free from the cycle of abuse. Empowerment through knowledge. Despite the darkness that pervades Fuel, HG Tudor offers a glimmer of hope for both narcissists and their victims. By shedding light on the tactics and behaviors of the creature, the book empowers readers with the knowledge to recognize and protect themselves from such predators. This awareness is the first step towards breaking free from the cycle of manipulation and reclaiming one's life. For the narcissist, understanding the origins and influence of the creature can be the first step towards seeking help and working towards a healthier sense of self-worth. While the journey to healing is long and arduous, it is not impossible. Through therapy and self-awareness, the narcissist can begin to confront their inner demons and work towards a more fulfilling and authentic life. Conclusion. In conclusion, the creature in HG Tudor's Fuel serves as a powerful metaphor for the internal struggle that drives narcissistic behavior. Born from early experiences of emotional neglect and abuse, the creature perpetually demands validation and control, driving the narcissist to engage in a range of manipulative and destructive behaviors. While the creature's influence takes a profound psychological toll on both the narcissist and their victims, awareness and understanding offer a path towards healing and recovery. By illuminating the sinister art of manipulation, Fuel empowers readers with the knowledge to break free from the cycle of abuse and reclaim their lives.